Namaste. I hope you're all keeping good, hope you're keeping well, and I hope you're keeping in that higher vibration, that higher frequency that we are all now beginning to learn to sing in, even through the toughest trials that life can throw at us. You know, this is a challenge. I keep getting shown this is a game that we play. God is playing a game with itself. And I keep getting shown that we do this because it's just something to do. It's a challenge. When you're an infinite and eternal being, it's a challenge to jump into an illusory matrix where you have the limitations placed on you, where you have the illusion of separation, of division, of the illusion of being the victim. So this is a game that we're playing, but it doesn't bloody feel like it, does it? It feels very, very serious, and it's supposed to. That's part of the game. Okay, it wouldn't be a good movie unless the character went through some trauma, right? If you're going to make a movie, wouldn't it be boring if it was just happily ever after and there was no challenge, there was nothing to excite you, if there was nothing to draw you into that movie? It would make for a rubbish movie, wouldn't it? So you are the maker of your own movie. Okay, so as promised, this is a review of sorts for CRPS and the devices that I've tried and the devices that I'm about to try and the devices that I wish I could try. But there's very little chance of it because I would need to be transported a long distance, a long way, and B, I would need thousands and thousands of pounds. It's just completely not even a possibility. So, but I'm going to give you these anyway because I'm hoping that this is going to help somebody. Now, these devices that I'm going to mention, some of them I've tried, and the ones that I've tried have made me worse. They aggravated the CRPS. They didn't relieve any pain whatsoever, and they actually made me far, far worse. But everybody seems to react differently to these devices. These are mostly electrical devices. Now, I'm going to give a bit of a breakdown of the devices, first of all, that I've tried. Okay, the first device is the Kylo patch. This is supposed to be a nanotechnology device. This patch, for me, was utterly useless. They're £99, and I'm sending mine back. Thank God it comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. I will let you know how that goes, and if and when I get my money back, because that thing, it's just like a plastic patch. I'm hopefully showing an image of it now as I'm talking. I'm going to try and edit this in later on the video. This patch was absolutely useless. It did nothing other than aggravate my skin. It didn't help me in the slightest. Yeah, apparently some people claim to have gotten some kind of benefit from it, but a lot of people are saying that it's a scam. I don't know. Either way, it didn't work for me. Okay. The next piece of kit is the Oscar PEMF pulse unit, electromagnetic pulse unit. It's about the size of your hand. It would fit nicely to your hand. The Oscar pulse made me far, far worse. It recommends that you do 90 minutes. I did 90 minutes, the recommended time, and my ankle blew up like a balloon. It blew up to the size of a big tennis ball. It was shocking. It was really, really shocking. Though some people have claimed that some people, as in people on the CRPS forums, real people. I hope you would hope so. Of course, some people just get paid to say this, and the vultures are out there. The bloodsuckers, the vampires are out there, and we're easy prey, right? Because we're desperate for pain relief. We would pay anything. We would give our life savings for just a few days worth of pain relief. It's such a high pain. It's an extraordinary high pain threshold with CRPS Type I, and CRPS Type II is even worse. So unfortunately, these vultures do prey on us. There's a lot of predators out there in the marketplace. So that didn't work for me, but just because it didn't work for me, it might work for you. My only advice is to go for very short periods of time. If you're going to use it, then use it for maybe 10 minutes and then leave it for 24 hours and see if you react in any way. Then maybe, if you're okay, then maybe increase it to 15 minutes the next day and then gradually build up to the 90 minutes. For me, it just made me far, far worse, which frightened me off the device entirely. The next device is I believe it's called a foot massager pad. It's an electrical stimulator pad, which I was trying to use this to build up the calf muscles in my legs, because when you're laid up for like 18 months, your muscles start wasting away, especially in your most affected leg, which you tend to rarely ever use, if ever. Of course, now I've got this. Now the CRPS is in both of my legs, but still, the left leg is still the strongest leg. So when I do stand up, I use 90% of my weight on the left leg, and the other 10% roughly on the right leg. I am trying to build that up, but it's just trying to get through the pain barrier. Excruciating. The next thing that I'm going to be trying is it's the red LED. Sorry, have I got this right? The red infrared. The infrared mat. It shines some kind of an infrared beam of radio frequency, and I think red light as well, right? It's kind of red light therapy, and so you wrap it around your most affected part of your body. Well, the CRPS is spread throughout my whole body now, but still the worst affected area is my legs, my lower legs, and that's where the flares always begin. So that's where I'm going to be trying this, and I'm going to be trying this hopefully from tonight onwards when it arrives. My sister's got it. I'm just waiting for it to be delivered to the care home, and then I'm going to be trying it. I will let you know how that goes, because I've pretty much run out of. Well, yeah, I have pretty much run out of affordable devices. The next device that I'm going to be talking about is the Calmare Scrambler Therapy. It's thousands of pounds. I don't know the price exactly, but I know it's thousands of pounds or dollars, well above my price range. And you need to travel to use it in a London clinic, right? So that's out of the question for me personally. But many people have said that they've received relief. It's either reduced their pain, short term to medium term. Rarely people say long term. You usually have to go back for a second treatment, sometimes a third treatment, sometimes numerous treatments, and each treatment costs a lot of money. So that's out of the question for me personally, but people have said that they've gained benefit from this therapy. It's this big machine, they hook you up to it, and it somehow retrains the way that your brain or the way that your central nervous system reacts. I think it kind of reprograms the reactivity of your central nervous system or your sympathetic nervous system. I'm not really sure. But yeah, that's an interesting one. If you can afford it, and if you're able to travel, I would recommend it, just from what I've heard from it. Now, the other treatment is ketamine infusion therapy. Many people worldwide have said that they've had great benefit from ketamine infusion therapy, and even sublingual ketamine tablets. So ingesting ketamine. Unfortunately, in the UK, the doctors refuse to prescribe it, no matter how much pain you're in, even though they've got the ability to obtain the tablets. They just will not do it. And there's only one clinic, I believe, in the UK who does ketamine infusion therapy, and that's London. And it's, again, you're talking thousands of pounds. I don't know the price exactly, but you need the initial consultation, which is £640 odd, and then you need the initial treatment, which is, I believe, well over £1,000, and then you need follow-up, top-up infusions, I believe, every month, which is hundreds of pounds per treatment, maybe even £1,000. It's a lot of money. That's about it. I've tried all the supplements that are recommended on all of the forums, and unfortunately I've had no benefit from any of them. I've spent thousands and thousands of pounds on supplements, and none of them have helped me. I'm trying ascorbic acid. I think it's ascorbic acid. I think that's the next supplement that I'm trying, and really high quality one. That's cost my sister about £75 for 1 month's worth of supply. If this 1 month's worth doesn't work, then of course we are not going to bother with that again, because it's very expensive. But I believe it's what they give to pregnant women, and that's our last affordable option, our last desperate attempt at reducing the pain that I'm in for 95% of my life, maybe more. So I'm just doing these videos as and when I can, in between flares. I just get these odd little windows, these odd little golden opportunities to make these videos, and I'm exhausted when I make the videos as well. You can probably hear it in my voice, and you can probably see it in my face. I'm utterly exhausted, but I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to spread the word about CRPS, and I'm trying to show what has and what hasn't worked for me. Well, so far it's what mostly hasn't worked for me. I'm trying to show you what has made me worse, but please, just because these devices, these things have made me worse, they might help you, right? They might help you. It's worth a try. It's worth a shot, but just go careful with them. Just do the minimum amount of time, and just be careful. The last thing you want is to make the pain of CRPS even worse. It's bad enough as it is. I shall let you know how things go with the ascorbic acid and the infrared light mat. I think that's what it's called. You just wrap your body in it, you switch it on, and it does this thing. Apparently the infrared penetrates your body, and it somehow repairs the structure of your nerves. With CRPS, it gives you huge amounts of nerve damage throughout your whole body. So that's if it's spread, okay? If it hasn't spread, then it's just huge amounts of nerve damage in the affected limb. Unfortunately, for me, it's spread to both my hands, both my arms, both legs, both feet, both ankles, both knees. So this is coming up 15 years though, right? So I'm a long way into this. I only found out that I had CRPS fairly recently, only a couple of years ago. Right, I hope this information helps in some way, and I hope that I was coherent in some way, because my head's very foggy at the moment. I'll let you know how things go, and take care. Stay strong. And one love. Namaste.